Well, the greenhouse has been getting a little bit hot, so I've had the door open for a couple weeks now because it has been just frying everything in here. So I guess it's a good time to move things into semi-permanent places. The cold weather stuff that I planted earlier, lettuce seems to be doing okay, but so far everything else besides the cauliflower, the cabbage, and the radishes and the beets don't seem to be doing well. I think part of the issue is the garden soil mix that I put in here. It's not really that good for keeping water and stuff like that, and I probably need something more geared towards water retention, and you know, that's my fault. I picked up the wrong stuff and didn't really make a good mix, but lessons learned. And they just don't like the heat in here, and it almost looks like they're not getting enough sun or whatever, but we'll just keep on going and see how things go. The cucumber and the pumpkin don't seem to be doing too poorly down here, so I've opened up the area here so they'll get more sun, and of course the potato right next to it. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll leave them in there. While I was trying to move everything out, I found some watermelons that were trying to grow up through here, so I replanted one of the ones I dug out here, and I'm just going to leave this one alone in case there's one in here, and I'll just leave this guy here too. They seem to like this side of the greenhouse. So did these tomato plants, which were in here in this tray. So I'm thinking next year I will probably set up everything on this side, even though it makes more sense that there's more sun on that side. I don't know, it just seemed to, I guess they got more sun on this side. I don't know, they must have, or just less heat, I guess, or I don't know. Whatever the reason is, they looked a little better on this side. So this is just after Easter, so it's like, you know, still early April. I'm pretty sure that we don't have any more frost problems coming up. I mean, it did get hot, then it'll get cold. So I'm like, all right, let's just get everything out and going and see how things are. My grapevine is doing well. These guys, I planted back here earlier, and for the most part, the carrots that I transplanted, they seem to be doing healthy. The carrot seeds seem to be doing fine, and of course these guys got ate up. So we'll see how it goes. I put some of the tomato plants in here, and put more of them in the other box. So I pulled the grapevine that was in the ground over there that planted itself, and I know it's got a different shaped leaf than the wild grapes that I have growing on my back jungle here. So I believe that is one of my grapevines that just seeded itself. So I dug it up, put it in there. I might have to dig it up and put it even deeper. I don't know. It had long root going. So I got it there, but I also need to get the sort of mini trellis thing that I had working on the other box. Eventually get that set up. So I planted everything in here. Had carrots coming up, the cucumbers and tomatoes, and I think that's a cantaloupe. So I put the cucumbers and the tomatoes, or sorry, cucumbers and pumpkins on the edges. So the theory is that they'll just grow, and they'll grow on the outside. I know from last year that the tomatoes would do that. It'll be fine. I had tomato plant growing out and over on the side on the other box, and it did fine. It was, you know, I might have to rig something up so to keep it off the ground, just so it's easier to get to and stuff like that, but I know it'll work. So what I did is I put all the tomato plants that were in there, and I don't know how many are actually going to make it, so I just put them all out, and so we'll see how it goes. And if I don't have any that I can take out front, and when I finish doing the front, then if they grow, they grow, and if they grow outside the box, then they'll be fine. Now these were the better ones, so I just put those in the middle, so hopefully next week, or if they get growing a little better, I'll replant them out front in the regular tomato area. Now, since I had so many of the cucumbers, I decided also to put 2 in here. Now, as long as I keep the water, enough water, and it's like water this daily like I'm supposed to, because this takes up a lot of water during the summer, these should do fine. I had cucumbers growing here, they just didn't get enough water, so they're like little tiny cucumbers that never really did much. So I'm just hoping that by planting them in here, the roots will go straight down. They got plenty of room to go, and getting enough water, it should work. I also put a couple of the carrots here, and then one of the tomato plants. Same theory with the tomato plant, is that if this survives and starts growing, and then it'll just grow over the top, and I'll be fine with that. That's not a problem, and that's, yeah, it'll work. Just go over here. Might be a little harder to turn the tower around, but I think it'll work. Strawberries are going like gangbusters right now. So the ones that were in here, again, I got to keep the water on these, especially after they finish up, because that was like the big problem where I lost so many after summer happened, and they all dried up. But if I remember to do it, I probably will try to take some of the strawberry runners out and try to replant them elsewhere. We'll see. Raspberries, blueberry plant, lost a bunch of its flowers. I don't know, hopefully it'll grow them back. The raspberries are in here, doing fine. And my grape plant, I took one of the vines that was going up the tree off and put it back this way. I wrapped it around so it'll stay around here, so hopefully that'll give it an idea to grow here. I can go back and forth, I guess, or something, and hopefully we'll get some protection out of this one too. I got most of the weed stuff in the back there, but it's already starting to grow back. It's just annoying. Try and take out some of the monkey grass too. That's what you see here. Plus all the weeds are in it, in the plastic. Got kind of worn out yesterday trying to dig out this monkey grass. So this is where I'm at. I bought 10 cubic feet of dirt to fill up the second box. So that was 5 bags of dirt. And I obviously probably need more dirt for up here, but we'll have to see what I do, because between just how it is up here, see, it's shady, it's almost noon right here, we still got the shade because the sun isn't on here, and then my wife's willow tree is getting taller and taller and putting more shade on in the garden. But we'll still try to grow some tomato plants if they survive the next week or so up here, but just getting things ready up here. I know some people aren't even to the point of thinking about planting. You're just getting seeds started, or just trying to thaw out your land. But this is where we're at in the zone 7B. I Thanks for joining. Bye.